where we're at right now. Those occupants are getting additional medical attention at a local hospital, and we're working with the FAA right now to see if they have any desire to come out and take a look at this and investigate, in addition to our investigation. And once we have that answer, we'll start clearing the airplane off the roadway and get the road open up.
When you say minor, can you elaborate?
I mean, minor injuries, that's all I have.
With what you see here, I mean, is it safe to say pretty miraculous?
I would say so. Anytime you have an airplane trying to make a landing on a public street and there's no serious injuries, certainly there's some serious property damage to the plane and the van, which you can see behind us, but ultimately I would say this is a pretty miraculous incident, that it's not worse, which is positive news. So,
were you able to talk to the pilot at all?
Our officers did. I was not in there for that statement, so I don't have any information to share on that. They're getting medical treatment right now at a local hospital.
Do you have any indication as to why they landed here?
I don't. Not at this time. It's still active investigation, as you can see, a number of law enforcement agencies, and we're still, like I said, working with the FAA to see if they will be coming out here to do their own investigation as well.
Chief, I'm kind of jumping in. When your officers responded, what was the scene at that point?
Really, the scene is almost exactly as you see it. Plane already touching the van that was parked on the side of the road. Very, very minimal debris, if any. I think a couple of trees might have been hit down here. One other vehicle that was hit, so very, very minimal damage. We're still getting all the statements and things like that for a full story from those people. Obviously, we wanted to get them medical attention right away, and we'll have some follow-up conversations with them, but that's all the information that I have right now.
And Chief, it was a pilot and a passenger. What did they say to your officers, at least when they initially made contact?
I don't have that information right now.
But is that correct? It was a pilot?
Two people on board, yep. A single engine plane.
Was the car parked?
The car was parked, yep.
Unoccupied, obviously.
Unoccupied, correct. No other homes were hit. Road sign, and I believe 2 cars, and where we know maybe some trees. So pretty miraculous. That's all the information I really have right now. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, and we'll keep working on it from our end. So thank you guys very much.
Chief, they had taken off from Waunakee's airport close by?
Yep, just a short distance over that to the south there.
Sorry, one thing is that it seemed like many, if not all, the primary witnesses were kids of various ages from the neighborhood that were playing in the area at the time.
Okay.
Is that accurate?
I don't have all that information yet. Okay. Obviously, we have a number of staff on scene that are doing interviews and we're gathering all that part. The biggest thing is nobody was hurt, nobody was struck by the plane. Minor injuries for the occupants, and that's all I have for you guys. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tyler, what do you have B-roll?
B-roll I have.
Were you feeding?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
They have that. I'm going to feed them the other.
No, not yet.
B-roll.
I will. I will get some more B-roll right here. Yep. As far as the person I talked to, I'll really get B-roll there. And so get that. If you want to take your card and take my card and start putting stuff together, to send back. Do you have a laptop?
0.
All right. 4. Obviously 4.
Oh, I meant like a 9.
Oh, no, but Pulse Point has.
That's just your, yes, that's my, from working at, okay, always, airplane, I looked at the tail numbers, we're, 132, top lane.
Is that no parking sign here? See that no parking sign right by the
Well, they have to
above the lights?
Oh, see it? Oh, maybe. It's very well put.
What if you get a shot to see it?
Yeah, I'll pop my card here and
But in the video you can see that?
Yeah.
With Facebook what now?
Mentions, like who mentioned us.
I mean, I can't access it without my laptop, and even then, I don't have
Yeah. Okay.
unfettered access because I'm working remotely, and Sierra hasn't fixed that.
Okay. Okay. Sierra.
Make sure Sierra and Carolina, if you're putting it on
Yeah.
Slack, they should see it,
Yeah.
the video. But we need her name because she gave me permission. She said she was, she was going to tag us. So
Yeah.
she's giving us permission, but we could use her name. And if it's not there, Philomene, if you don't mind going back and
Yeah.
getting the name, even get a cell phone number for her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I gotta be this way. I mean, we're not. I don't think we have to worry about it.
Try to walk around this point to get closer.
What angle, other than the other side? How far back? Well, let me see where people are. Brandon, it looks like you can get really close on the other
Yeah.
side. I don't know that we can walk there though. Did you say they're gonna have? Did you tell them they're gonna have to edit? Okay. Somebody could have been in that van. He must have just. He must have. He must have been trying to look, just like you say, land on the sidewalk. What's this car? And then finally, it just kind of. Dog leg.
Kind of just bounces. It's not like
It's like around, just momentum in terms of light.
I mean, if he doesn't have this on video,
And yeah, we don't know. Right, we don't know. She's down.
I want to move to that side and get a head on the side.
They're probably keeping on the other side too. I'm gonna go get it. So I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm just grabbing the background and stuff.
I'm just gonna walk it.
Okay. If you can walk out and just see what it looks like too.
Okay.
You think you can just walk all the way?
Yeah. Yeah, and you won't actually need your phone for IFP. We're gonna do a different IFP thing today.
Okay.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch your foot.
Yeah.
Mother.
father likes to play it. Holy cow.
Yeah, but I didn't get this shot. This is a nice cross section. There you go. So should we search for the weekend? We know the app. Listen, we know the app. Alright, and I want to get closer. Is someone able to carry the tripod?
I can do it. Brandon, they know they're editing?
Yep.
They know the sound bites too.
Yeah, I need to send them the other sound still. So let's just get like 6, 7 more shots and then I'll start sending the other 2 people. They might.
Well, I'm going to send you some more photos because this will be closer.
Well, she was over there before.
Huh?
She was.
Oh, you were that close? Okay.
But this is like a front side view. You might, yeah. That might be good. Well, you look up the address. Okay, cool.
Stephanie, what's the address where you live? This is Brandon Kalabi from our station.
Hi.
This is Stephanie. Stephanie, you're going to stand right about here.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
What? Are you good? Do you hear you're getting sound?
Yeah, I need the mic.
Okay. And
All right.
I guess, Stephanie, I'll start with, let's go back an hour or so, or almost two, and if you can describe what you were doing and what you saw.
I was out watering my plants and I heard kind of a screeching sound, kind of metal screeching, which made me look up, and it hit the car over here and was kind of ping pong, like a pinball going down the street, hitting cars and street signs.
What's going through your mind at that point?
It took me a second, like at first, because I didn't hear tires screeching, so I was like, wasn't fully understanding what was going on, and then all of a sudden I'm like, a plane doesn't belong here, and grabbed my phone and called 911.
You call 911. Did you see the immediate aftermath of the plane smashing into that van?
No, because it had already gone out of my line of vision at that point. So, like, the 911 operator asked if it was on fire, and I don't know. It doesn't, I don't see any obvious flames, but I'm around the corner.
And did you remain around the corner, or did you come over?
I had two of my younger children out with me, so we stayed on the other side of the street and came to the corner just to make sure we weren't seeing any visible injuries, because they wanted us to call back if it was worse than I had originally assumed.
Stephanie, when you looked up and there's that aircraft, could you, even if it was momentary, could you see the pilot's face or the passenger?
Not at all. No, I think by the time I looked up, I was looking at the tail end of the, like the second half of the plane, so to speak.
If you could, describe that again. You look up near the intersection of Kingston and Knightsbridge, and describe what the plane is doing again.
It had hit a car and was kind of pinballing down the street. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. It made me think of a pinball machine, the ball knocking back and forth. I think it was less jarring because it had already made it mostly to the ground by the time I saw it, so it wasn't in the air coming down. But
Was it going fast?
not, it was going fast, but not, like a race car or something. faster than, you know, an automobile just driving along on our street.
And it was on the ground at that point?
Yeah, or mostly it might have been, you know, like how it does when it attempts to land. It, you know, can bounce a little bit, but it was relatively ground level.
You know, Stephanie, you talk about young children with you in and around that time. Have you had a chance to reflect on this aircraft crashing here, middle of the day, when you're outside, when the kids are outside? How are you feeling about all that?
I'm feeling like, you know, I think the pilot did a great job. Our neighborhood is always, like, there are tons of kids around this intersection, you know, in all directions. So I think, you know, we're all incredibly lucky, and the pilot did a great job given the circumstances that I've been hearing.
Wow. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much. Thank you.